What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another video, and I've got some breaking Browns free agency news for you. As according to Jonathan Jones on Twitter, and I quote, Browns are signing Takk McKinley per source, 1-year deal that could reach more than $4 million. And then a little while later, Adam Schefter actually quote tweeted Jonathan and gave us an update on those terms. As here's what he said, and I quote, comp update. Takk McKinley done with Cleveland, 1 year, $4.25 million base value, and up to $6 million, signed to play opposite Myles Garrett. Now, you look at Takk's background information. Of course, he's 25 years old. He'll be turning 26 in November, so right around the middle of the season. He went to college at UCLA, and he was selected by the Atlanta Falcons in the first round, 26th overall in 2017. Now, if you remember, when he was selected by the Falcons, during his interview right after he got drafted, like he was on stage at the draft, this dude, of course, brought a portrait of, I think it was his mother, I'm pretty sure. It was definitely a significant family member of his. But he swore in his interview on cam, like right after he got drafted. And I believe he had to spin the wheel of discipline for that. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember. Someone remind me what happened after that, because I know he swore on cam, like on TV. Like, that's freaking crazy. But hey, he's passionate. Can't fault that, love a guy who's passionate, He was definitely blessed that he got drafted, and of course, you look at what he's done so far in his career, and honestly, he's not that bad. Like, he's actually a really good player. As 2017, played in 16 games, no starts, had 6 sacks. 2018, 15 games, 8 starts, 7 sacks. Ooh, getting better. And then 2019, 14 games, 13 starts, 3.5 sacks. So if you notice, the more games he's starting, the less sacks he's getting. Coincidence? I don't know. And then, of course, he got last season 4 games, 4 starts, 1 sack. Now, if you remember last year, he actually got hurt. And I believe teams were actually trying to trade for him before the deadline. But the Falcons were not playing along, and Takk didn't really like that too much, as if you recall, I believe he actually tweeted at the Falcons a couple times, pretty much ripping them for not trading him when he wanted to be traded. And then, of course, they waived him, and that led to arguably the funniest string of tweets I've ever seen during my time on Twitter. Like, you look at these tweets, man. Of course, he has his tweet thanking the Falcons. And then he goes on waivers, gets claimed first by the Bengals. He says, ready to get to work at Bengals, got to at the squad that you're going to, let them know that you're showing love, And then he fails his physical for the first time. And then the Bengals put him on waivers. And, of course, he thanks the Bengals for his, short stint. Thank you for having me for a cup of coffee. It was fun for, a day. Thanks for the physical. And then he gets claimed by the Niners. He tweets at the Niners, ready to get to work. And then, of course, he fails another physical. And then the Niners put him back on waivers. And then he says, thank you, Niners. And then finally, the Raiders claim him. And I believe he failed another physical or whatever. But the Raiders were like, we're just going to stash you. No worries. We're not going to put you back on waivers, because if they did, the Browns were set up to claim him, because guess what? The Browns literally put in a waiver claim for Takk 3 times. Yeah, and they were beat out every time. First by the Bengals, then by the Niners, and then finally by the Raiders. It was funny. But now we got our guy. And for a pretty good deal, too. 1-year deal. It's essentially a prove-it deal. No harm, no foul, It's a bet on him deal, Dude's betting on himself. If he goes out there and balls out, he could possibly make the bag somewhere else, or possibly get it with us. Who knows? and of course he'll be playing alongside Myles Garrett, so that should help things. And the locker room culture around here is pretty good now. It's not like he's coming into a dysfunctional locker room like he probably would have come in a couple years ago, especially last year. Maybe it was a blessing that he didn't come in last year because, no, it would have been pretty good last year. The year before is when it would have been bad with freaking Freddie Kitchens. Last year would have been fun. But, yeah, with him being hurt, I don't think he would have done much. But now that he's healthy, I could see him being a contributing factor as a rotational pass rusher, along with Curtis Weaver and, Porter Gustin, along with Miles. Now, people are probably wondering, does this stop us from, going after another pass rusher? And honestly, I don't know. I mean, I've heard that the Browns have been looking around at pass rushers. I'm not sure if Takk will be the only one. I'm sure they're going to be looking at others, maybe Hassan Reddick or Melvin Ingram or Justin Houston, someone like that. Of course, every Browns fan I know wanted one of the top tier pass rushers. And I'm pretty sure, like me, they were all kind of mad that we didn't get any of them. But then you look at the money that they were getting, and it's like, oh, that's why they didn't come here, because Andrew Berry wasn't about to fork over that kind of dough. I mean, look at the money these guys were getting. I mean, damn, like $14, $16 million per year. There's no way Andrew Berry's forking over that kind of dough for a pass rusher. I mean, John Dorsey probably would have. Oh, John Dorsey be throwing them like crazy. Andrew Berry's being smart. He realizes that we got to freaking pay our franchise quarterback and Denzel Ward and Nick Chubb soon. So if you want to pay your franchise players, you need money. So you got to be smart with the money. Use your brain meats, and that's exactly what Andrew Berry is doing. I like what he's doing. He's got a steady price, and if it goes over, he's like, okay, that's cool. Have fun wherever you go. Moving on. It's the way it is. And you look at his stats and everything for Takk, and yeah, he's pretty good. You look, of course, as you notice though, as his number of starts go up, his sacks go down. It's just kind of a weird coincidence. That's why I think he'll really work well with us. He'll come in on like those downs, like when Miles has to take a breather. He'll come in there and hopefully just wreak havoc. Some people say he's just like Adrian Claiborne, but I don't know. I kind of wish we kept Adrian, but I can understand why we got rid of him. Oh well, it sucks, but we'll see what Takk can do. I'm intrigued. I'm not going to, go crazy over this signing. I'm not going to throw a parade over it, but it's a good depth signing, I mean, do I think we're done with the pass rushers? I don't know. I mean, I would love Hassan Reddick. I would love Melvin Ingram, Justin Houston, like I said. It's up to Andrew Berry, Now, in terms of what moves I could see us doing next, I would love a linebacker. I've heard that we were interested in Denzel Perryman. We should be getting a decision on his end at some point today, possibly. I would love to see him come here as like another veteran leader for this team, especially at linebacker. I would love to see us get a corner. Mike Hilton just went to the Bengals, of course. I'm pretty sure he's getting some big money, so that explains why we didn't go after him. It'll be interesting to see what we do. I mean, if free agency hasn't even really technically started yet, so people get mad. I mean, bro, what are you getting mad for? I mean, I understand, you're getting mad over not getting these guys, but you got to realize Andrew Berry's not going to throw around that kind of money. You need to save money for your draft picks and for your franchise guys that you're going to have to pay soon. I think we'll be trying to get Baker's extension done by the end of this upcoming season. And then, of course, you got to pay Denzel, you got to pay Chubb, and all these other guys. So, yeah, we're no longer the team with $100 million in cap space every year. Good teams are expensive to maintain. So we'll see what happens next. this is obviously probably not going to be my last free agency video. It's just about who would win, you know? So if the Browns do anything else, I'll make a video about it. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. I'm Crazy Dog at 99. Again, there's a picture of, oh, whoops, our new guy right there. Takk McKinley. Welcome to Cleveland. Let's get it. I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Browns. And I'm out.